Hey yo, I'm back. Hizi sijui ni part 5 ya video za leo za date 11, date 9, sorry. Date 9 November 2025, Sunday. So, naamua ni change because sijui mbona kutoa parts twingine ilikuwa na poor audio kabisa. Volume ilikuwa down sana. But that is part of the journey. Tafika time tutakuwa na very good uh, mics and camera also. Pia hapa lighting inakuanga fiti. It's kwa open window au pengine lighting bado, so maybe mtanizoea kwa ground ama any place yenye iko na a bit of better lighting. So as I was saying, having freedom and kujijua tena and coming to know yourself after a moment of losing yourself. So you have to realize mbona ulijilose at that particular time, mbona you never really discovered yourself, and also give yourself the same time enye ulikuwa umepotea. Get, if you ulikuwa umepotea for a year, don't expect utarudi and after discovering yourself and rediscovering yourself and now try to genuinely grow, atutajipatia a week, a month. That's unapataga that what happens ukikuwa sober, and see just because out of drug addictions, atakuwa tu sober kwa life. Unajipatanga umekuwa sober, unaanza unapush for a month, unapush for 2 months, unajipata unaona ni kama hauoni progress huwezi ona na siku za kwanza, huwezi ona progress umeanza leo, una progress kesho yake. The same with even working out physically, huwezi work out leo kesho utoke hapo upate that unaona ushajenga your dream physique. No, you can't build your physique in one day. It's progressive and it's compounded, so it takes time. The same time when you're in a fog and you didn't know yourself, give yourself the same grace of letting time work out, being focused all that time, be disciplined all that time. And that's real growth. Don't beat yourself and have very unrealistic expectations of ati utajipata from this place to another place. So that's it, and I have a bit of an update. So I've gotten an instant funded account from Marvin. It was $19. We also don't have a lot of liquid cash at the moment. So I had some $19 I had to spare. Not really even spare. It's sacrifice, for your dream, because you have at this particular point, you have so many other responsibilities and priorities. So but for you to go after your dream, you have to sacrifice some other thing, and you have to fully be invested in a dream. So finally, I have a Marvin account funded next. It was 5K. I was targeting 2K funded, instant funded, but fortunately I got a 5K funded. So I took it out. I bought it yesterday on 8th of November 2025, yesterday. So we are going to be more disciplined. We are going to be more thorough. We are going to be more focused on this one, even though I know it has a lot of rules. It has a consistent 20% consistency rule. I think 2% daily drawdown. It's they are tight rules. They are tight rules as compared to the challenge accounts. but this is where we are, and we are going to be very vigilant and very hardworking at the same time. We're going to give us give ourselves give ourselves, you know, time and grace and a lot of motivation. So that's that's the update. And as I've said, my dream coincides with making making in forex, and not just forex, just it's like a conduit, you know, it's part of the journey. So many other things in play, but making in forex is one of them, and making it big, and now venturing into business, into entrepreneurship, and into so many other things. And social media is the next one. You know, social media platform, having an influential story, having an influential and impactful story. And not just that, even our deeds, you know, the deeds bring up the stories. So, and to be very genuine, and to be very forthcoming, and to be very, how do I say, nitasemaje, like fragile, ama nitasemaje, kukuwa so open, kukuwa open with my story and with my journey. And social media, we are still pushing the faceless mask. You know, it's part of that social media journey, and building that courage and confidence and the know-hows. And it's also a conduit of whatever the dream is and whatever the future holds. It's part of the conduit, and it's also a freedom of me even overcoming, you know, overcoming my fears and my doubts, if I may say so. It's a freedom of just being free. It's being free and being myself, and being myself. And that's the whole point even of these vlogs, just being myself, and document my journey and my dreams, my goals, my struggles, my achievements, and just a normal life. Just a normal life, and just normal ambitions of everyone, because everyone has a dream, and we are all working in achieving that dream. And I believe that dream mara mingi, and our goals, to give us freedom. Freedom ya kukuwa happy, freedom ya kufanya vitu tunapenda. Hiyo ndio the biggest freedom, na hiyo ndio kumake it, na hiyo ndio itakuwa the best feeling ya kumake it for me, that I can do whatever I want. And forex is one of them. Forex give you that freedom, financial freedom, you know. And that is what we are moving forward to. So that's it. We are still working out. But tumeanza hii month, now we are back, you know. That whole shenanigans that had happened to us ilikuwa imeni derail kidogo, nikakuwa like niko momentarily niko packed. So we are greasing, and we are back on the motion. You know. And in regards to this forex, you know, even with that account, you know, as I've told you, fear is a great motivator, and even pain is also a very great motivator. And for me, I've had a great share of both pain and fear. I've had a very great share of both pain and fear. And even now, and I've failed so many times. And even now, even if I fail this time, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. And I will accept it very gratefully and gracefully. Very grateful and gracefully. And I will still rise up again, dust myself up, and move forward, try again. You get, until we make it. You know, and I can never be embarrassed. I can never be embarrassed of my journey and my struggle and me pushing, me being disciplined, me being forward. Can never be embarrassed even to say I failed this time. This is my challenges. This is what I'm going through. This this is my part of the journey. I can never be embarrassed, even with my success. I can never be embarrassed. I've always, I've been taking embarrassment for breakfast and supper all my life. So why should I be embarrassed? Why should I be afraid to lose? I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. You get. So that's the mentality. That's how we push forward, and we're gonna get there. We are gonna get there. We are gonna get there, and the motion is there. Gonna work out. We're going to push. No, and one of my other superpowers is being so focused. Nitasema aje? Obsessed. I can get obsessed. Can get obsessed with working out. I can get obsessed with something. I know the art of being obsessed positively, and we're going to apply it here. For so many times, in so many occasions, I've also had to lose myself. I lost myself. I didn't know who I was, but I've rediscovered myself. And that's the mentality you're going to move forward with. We're going to work out. We're going to do everything we love. We're going to be happy. We're going to be genuine. We're going to have love and care in our hearts, and that's the most important thing. Yeah. And the dream is so big manzi. Nakwambia hiyo dream hata unaifikiria unaona iko so crazy mpaka your doubts zinafanywa you don't even feel those doubts anymore. The doubts don't make even sense, because everything is working out for the fulfillment of our dreams and our envisions. You get. So everything is working out for that, and the aspect that I don't even know the future. Like nabaki hapa nina worry hii video itaendaje, like hiyo time what will be the, kama sahi they are signing cybercrime laws, hiyo time kutakuwa na nini, platform, you see so many other factors zenye I'm not in control in, and that's the beauty of it, and that's the beauty of the future. Hata kama tutapost YouTube ama tutapost TikTok, there will be something yenye will convey and put our stories out there, hata kama ni hiyo Tangled, tunaweza post kwa hiyo Tangled, of which I love the idea. Even me knowing Tangled, it's also part of the story, your idea that you don't have to be, see hizo likes na hizo comments it's crypto. It's a financial social platform sort. So it's a good idea, and I love that idea. I loved it the moment I knew it. I really loved that idea, and you see all of that are part of the stories. The video qualities, kutakuwa na so maybe software za enhance quality, voice, hatujui, na hata tukipost hivyo it doesn't really matter, so long as the main thing is that the story is out there and it's impactful and influential, even if it is just influencing one person. We are happy, we are at peace. That's what counts. You get. That's what counts. And they're going to push. Yeah. And I think sasa ninaanza kukuwa more authentic, naanza kukuwa more free in sharing my stories. Kitaka pia hata kujua more of my ideologies, your Faceless Mask, I'll try to do a lot of content. Even this month I'm on that. I'm being more disciplined in pursuing what I want, regardless of how crazy I think my dreams and goals are. Regardless of that, tapush tu tuna pursue our dreams and our goals. without fear, without shame. You get. So you can even check out the Faceless Math, the ideologies I have. I will be putting many of them there and here at the same time. So what else? Oh, I remember something. Previously, in the previous video, I mentioned numerology on the faceless mask, the 2, 7, 9, and 11. And briefly, I just like to show you the relations that these numbers have. You know, when you these numbers, they are really related. For example, mathematically, when you take 11, when you add my 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 year of birth and my date of birth, it adds up to 11. And when 11, when you add it up, it adds to 2, and you get 7 minus 11, 11 minus 9, which is the 2, 7, 9, 11. So 11 minus 9 is equals to 2. 9 minus 7 is equals to 2. There, from 7 to 2, now we have 5. It's also there. We don't know the connection in it. And 2 plus 7, 9. You get. So there's a connection with these numbers mathematically, when you do them mathematically. And some numerologists, they say 11 is a master number, and it's a number of balance. And this is what I think in life. Life is all about having a balance. Life is all about having a balance. No, uko na balance ya kila kitu. When you master having a balance of everything, I think you'll be happy. Have a balance of work, balance of happiness, of enjoyment, that is, balance of your spiritual life, balance of your physical being, balance of everything. If you have a balance of everything, I think you'll be on the right path on achieving your dreams and being comfortable with yourself. And also for those numbers 2, 7, 9, 11, and I know there are so many people who are into numerology, and me not really focusing on it, it doesn't mean I don't believe there is numerology, because I believe it. And there is, because when you look at the birth of Christ, the wise men followed a star. The wise men followed a star. The wise men followed a star to where Jesus was. And even in those times, there were, like, let me put in quotes, like astrologers, or people who could read the stars, people who could read seasons, and and they could be able to deduce things and make sense of natural phenomena that are tied up to life, to our lives. So I believe I know they are masters. Kuna watu wanajua more of mathematical relationships of these numbers and what they really mean. So, and even they say, like, 9 is the number that, like, 3, when divide 9, 3, it's the only number that needs itself in multiplication, like 3 times 3 inajihitaji tu yenyewe, ama I don't know if it's, kuna kitu tu hapo, kuna mathematically it's crazy. You can Google the crazy relationship of 2, 7, 9, and 11. It's so extensive, so you can check that out. But for me, I believe there is and that's also puts me in believing there's a greater purpose for everyone, and we are all on a journey of being able to reach there. We're all on that journey. We're all on that journey. Yeah. And this also reminds me of my aunt. Her name was Wafei. She is still, her name is Wafei, and During my struggles, and she used to tell me, like, you know, you are chosen, and you have a very great destiny. You have a great destiny, and the devil is trying to, or dark forces are trying to make you not be able to see or achieve your destiny. And you have a great destiny, even with your story. She used to tell me this, and at that time, you know, you are you are ideating about suicides. You are on a mental breakdown. You don't really get to see what they are trying to tell you. No. Niambia ati even when I was a child, nilikuwa mtoi, it's like I had a vision and I shared with her. But me sasa siwezi kumbuka, so she was the one who was telling me that even these dark forces cannot, during that time, they cannot even allow you to even remember that, to remember the visions you had and how great of a person you'll be, or how you'll achieve your destiny. So that is that. And for now, I know she saw something. She definitely saw something, Wafei. Yeah, she definitely saw something. And I think now I'm also, ever since I became sober, not just from alcohol, but in life, sober in life, and rediscovered myself. I've started to see the glimpses, snippets, and how so many things align for that, and so many things align for that. And it's crazy. It's even very crazy and enormous for to describe it. You know. And that's why we're always very grateful for every day that we see, every day that we are alive and healthy and sober and whole, because I know it's more grace and more force of God and more love of God and more, you know, for the plans of God to come to fruition, and for us to, it's another day closer to achieving our destiny and to living our dreams and living to our fulfillment and being impactful and influential, you know, and spreading love, joy, care, spreading knowledge, spreading wisdom, spreading hope. You see, so that is that. Now leo and I think it's good because I'm becoming more genuine, I'm becoming more open, which was the goal from the beginning. Kukua bila filter. I know it's not 100%, and sometimes it might never even be 100%, and we're even comfortable, even you get very comfortable with any outcome. We're very comfortable with any outcome in this life, because we are here to enjoy, we are here to dream, we are here to have ideas. You get, we're here to enjoy ourselves, we're here to be happy, we're here to, to set goals, we are here to have dreams of our wildest, to like crazy dreams, you know. Be crazy with your dreams, be crazy with your imagination. That's the whole, like, purpose of this life. Usijilimit with the constraints that zimekuwa put there with the society. Be a dreamer, be a dreamer. You get, be a dreamer. Usijilimit ati huu tutaachivaje, the current technology ni hii, the current nini ni hii. No, be a dreamer, be a dreamer. Hata kama tu utabaki kuwa dreamer, wewe baki tu kuwa dreamer. Wewe jipambe hivyo, be very comfortable with that. That is the whole purpose of life, being happy with any eventuality, because we are here to experience it. Get. So that's it. Yeah, we have a forex, we have a funded account now. Hopefully next time na ninakuja ninawaambia tumetoka nyamo, tumetoka kitu. Hopefully nitawaambia tumetoka kitu. Now we are going to buy even more until we can't even buy any other. We can't buy any more of prop farms, of funded prop farms. Yeah, you get that's the first step to work on forex, to work on social media. Social media essentially to, like nika kuweka base, you get like a foundation. Yeah, everything of these blocks to come and fit in together. Everything is fitting in well. Kila kitu ina kenya ina shape yo from different places. When they are brought together ina merge vizuri, you get everything ina merge inakuwa perfect. You get every part of our lives is being shaped. No, part yako ya relation inakuwa shaped, ya finance inakuwa shaped, ya nini religion inakuwa shaped. All our parts in our lives zinakuwa shaped wherever they are being shaped. And at that time, because you are not whole, una feel you need to work on this, your health, your physical, working out, building your physical body. It's not there. This is not there. So feel at that time you feel incomplete, but everything is being shaped wherever it's being shaped. All those parts, and when they all come together, it fits in perfectly. Na kwa fulfilled. You get mission passed. And as I was even telling my wife the other day, the journey ndio the most enjoyable part. hii journey ya kufikia our dreams and kuachieve success and kuachieve everything we ever wanted. Hiyo journey ndio the most enjoyable. Hiyo journey ndio utakuwa when you have everything you ever needed. You'll be looking back and be happy of that journey. You get, hiyo ndio itakuwa, it will make it worthwhile. That's where the journey makes the achievement worthwhile. You get, and more enjoyable. And you become even more grateful for that. And it's compounding. Slowly by slowly it compounds. And there's a moment itafika hiyo when they say the straw that broke the camel's back. When you compound kuna time, as you compound, the more you get, the more it gets. So inakuwa like an overload. So there's a moment itafika sasa itafunguka yote. So usikuwe na pressure. You just do the right things the right time. Be focused, be disciplined, and I'm going to be more disciplined. Sahi naenda kupush, and even with pushing and even being disciplined and even being the most hardworking, even not sleeping, because right now I've started just sleeping I've changed my schedule. I used to never sleep at night. Ungelala hapo 6, 7, 5 to 7, amke around 10, 3, but unajipata unaweza lala mchana some other time unakaa the whole night. So I'm trying to change that, and from now I've been trying to wake up I sleep at 12 and I wake up at 4. Sleep at 12 and I wake up at 4 in the morning, and I become active from there. I do my cleanups, taking care of myself, self-love, what, having a good time from that time. And I've limited social media to TikTok. TikTok, it's like being an adrenaline junkie in TikTok, because just swipe. So I've limited it to only 2 hours, and the content that I'm watching, I have different accounts. So there's one that I'm just watching forex content, and this is how we become obsessed. Una change the content zenye unaona tu ni hiyo tu ndo unaona forex, trading, investments, hizo tu ndo unaona, hizo sasa ndo nataka nione, and I've limited it to 2 hours. YouTube the same. I'm looking for very constructive and very developing stories, like personal growth. Zinakusaidia na personal growth and to develop as a person. podcast hizo ndo nasikiza, and it's also limited. I'm back to listening to music, to loving music, because music centers inani huwa it centers my mind and calms my mind. For those people who know me, they know I love music, and I love good music in my perspective to me. So I'll do another part. Let me just save this call.